has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all tonight? Don't forget Twitch. Good point. Thank you, Nibbinin. I actually did forget this time. And so, good evening to the Twitch viewers as well. I wonder if a glove controller could be created to play WASD games. Don't see why not. I mean, Cindy's crazy talking about the Azeron thing. We're whining about being old gamers. Yeah. Know the feeling. Know the feeling. Gotta say, though, as much as I like the look of that Azeron in concept, I've gotten so very used to my wooting. For certain games, I really would not want to go back to non-analog. Would I prefer something that was a better shape for gaming than a standard QWERTY keyboard? Yes, absolutely. And there are definitely things out there. I just have a feeling that they're not going to take over. They don't seem to have taken over for some bizarre reason, actually. I don't understand why proper gaming keyboards never really took off. And I'm not talking about the gaming keyboards that just have lots of extra buttons and weird LEDs. I'm talking about keyboards that actually have a layout that is way better for gaming. You know, my old Thrustmaster. But analog keys for things like Cyberpunk, that type of thing, oh, it's a total game changer. Now all we need to do is smack enough developers around the head when they disable controller and mouse and keyboard from working together. Just gonna thump them a few times until they just stop doing that. I still don't get it, and people try to explain to me that it's something to do with the sofa, and I'm not convinced. I'm not sold on this. I don't think there were an epidemic of people sat on their sofa with mouse and keyboard and a controller. I just don't. I don't think there was this epidemic of people who were playing with a controller and then accidentally bum pressed on the keyboard and ruined a game. If you're sat on a sofa playing on your PC and you got your controller, you're going to put your keyboard and your mouse on the coffee table or something, or somewhere bloody... You're going to start the game up and then you're going to move it way away from you. And if there is someone there who's got the keyboard and the mouse on their lap and the controller in their hand, and they need some option that disables the mouse and keyboard when they're using the controller, okay, add that as an option. Don't disable it for the rest of humanity. Simple solution, make it optional. It should be optional, and it should also be off by option. Best case. I mean, and if you're too lazy to put the work in to make it optional, which would take an extra couple of hours, then you shouldn't be spending the work doing it in the first place. I don't understand putting all the work in to disable it for these few people, but forcing that disabling on the rest of us by not putting that extra hour or two in to just make it optional. Very annoying. Don't do it. Okay, Mark, thank you for the $5 New Zealand dollar super chat. Good morning. I've seen a video where God Howard said the new update for Starfield will not be a 2.0, but it'll be appeal to people who like it. Yeah. If people are expecting a sort of such an overhaul, it'll change the fundamental core game, it's not going to work. You're not going to get a Cyberpunk 2.0 situation. Cyberpunk was at its core fundamentally a bloody brilliant game. You could tweak around the edges and fix more or less every problem they had. Cyberpunk 2.0 is phenomenal, but it's essentially the same game. I mean, it's not, obviously, it's been updated, but at its core, there'll be many people playing 2.0 who can barely remember what it was like to play the first game and when it was 1.0, and probably only just it's a very minor difference in your head. So, Sky's Fury. Hey Gopher, wanted to drop by and say thank you for the years of content. You're the first Let's Play creator I ever watched, way back in 2012. Oh my god, I'm ancient. When I found your Skyrim mod tutorials, glad to see you're still making contact. Yes, thank you very much. So yeah. Was there something about Fallout 3 remastered? I mean, I've heard rumours, but you know, So yeah, that's the thing. But Cyberpunk was at its core. The core gameplay loop was not the problem. The story was not the problem. Exploration was not the problem. It was lots of little minor things that got in the way. The user interface issues, the map being so ridiculously cluttered, the way they just tried to blitz dump you with content the second you left Mega Building to try and make it look like there was tons to do rather than allowing that content to unfold organically and let you explore. That was a problem. But those are things you can fix, you see. Those are things you can fix just by rolling the content out differently, displaying it differently. I mean, the thing is, a lot of the changes occurred before Cyberpunk 2.0. A lot of the problems with the original Cyberpunk game were dealt with before 2.0 came out, and they really did help. But 2.0, what it did is they just overhauled the actual mechanical gameplay, the fighting, and made it tons more fun and a lot less grindy. Starfield's problems for people is not that the mechanics the fighting needs to be more fun and dynamic and less grindy. That's not the problem Starfield has. To make Starfield 2.0, they'd fundamentally have to change the game. I don't think it can be done. I just don't think it can be done. Software exec bosses hate software options. They make more money without options. Well, Angelic Mike, the problem is with that, if we're going back to that other conversation, they actually have to put work in to disable the controller, mouse and keyboard when one's working and not the other. They have to instruct their developers to add that option in the first place. And it's just an odd one. It's an odd one to do because it must be a very, very tiny minority of people who want it or need it. I suspect there are a damn sight more people would like to just be able to pick up the controller and have it work fine, and then press a button on the keyboard for, say, hotkeys, or a mouse when in a menu, and not have it go all flobbly, right? I think there's way more use cases of people wanting to actually use controller and mouse and keyboard at the same time than people whose day will be ruined if it happens. So I'm very confident in that prediction. So I don't know who these options are added for, but they do get added to a surprising number of games. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there was an epidemic 15 years ago of people literally just going mental and needing therapy because they accidentally touched their keyboard when using the controller and something happened and they have been forever scarred since. I don't know. They did release a thing about both Fallout 3 Remake being a happening thing. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The Fallout 3 Remake, what are they gonna do? Are they just doing the Oblivion thing, just making it look a little nicer? Honestly, I got very little interest in that. I mean, that's the thing. The Oblivion Remake... The Oblivion Remake was nice, but it was still Oblivion. And I feel like I would probably... There was a few new things gameplay-wise, but I feel like a fully modded Oblivion would have just been better. Yeah. So, like, it's a bit... Yeah. I'd much rather play Sky Oblivion, I think. I mean, we'll obviously get to make that decision when it comes out. So it's the same with Fallout 3. If the Fallout 3 remake is actually Fallout 3 on the Fallout 4 engine, I'm curious. You know what I'm saying? It's just... Yeah. Sounds like you were let down by the Oblivion remake. The thing is we all have... Well, no, we. A lot of people have rose-tinted glasses when it comes to things like Oblivion and Morrowind. Probably a lot of people who were young when they played it. And then lamented Skyrim for its various foibles and say, oh, those old games were better. But when you go back and play them, you realise Skyrim was a step forward in many areas. Many, many areas. There's a reason Skyrim was the game that made them go mainstream. So, yeah. It still being Oblivion was the problem. Oblivion was the weakest of the test games, especially story-wise. Was it the weakest of the test games? I'm not sure I agree. I've not played the first one, but I still prefer Oblivion to Daggerfall. Sorry, Daggerfall. I'm not, you know, I still think, I mean, I think Morrowind, story-wise, was probably better. The world was better. But Oblivion was still pretty good. It was still pretty good. My guess, something weird broke when both controller and mouse and keyboard were connected and they couldn't be bothered fixing it, so they disabled it. Larry, that's almost certainly not true. Here's the thing. Let's say Starfield. I can't believe I'm having 3 conversations at once. Let's take Starfield, for example, Fallout 4, whatever the game is, Bethesda game. Starfield had a mod that enabled it. Skyrim and Fallout 4 had mods that enabled it. I don't think Fallout 3 has a mod, or Fallout New Vegas has a mod that enables it. Unfortunately. It is unfortunate. There isn't one. But it is available. And those mods work just fine. There's no downside. So there's nothing inherently about those games that stops you doing it. And the one on for Starfield worked perfectly. The problem is because they've updated the game so many times, and the mod that fixed that issue has not been updated, and no one's taken the mantle for it, it no longer works. But it worked perfectly, you know, before the updates broke it. So there's nothing inherent about the game that makes something break when there's mouse and keyboard and controller working. So I genuinely, I think it's more a matter of there's an option somewhere. Someone added an option long ago or something, or someone thought it was a good idea and everyone just keeps turning it on. I think it's like motion blur and bloody chromatic aberration. I think there's an awful lot of developers and development teams out there who are actually out of the mainstream when it comes to how people play games. I think there are a lot of development teams, a lot of developers who add things because they're just there. There's an option in the engine they're using, and they turn it on or off or whatever it is they think is fancy, and very few of them know anything about it. So, I'm personally offended that they removed the spear skill in Skyrim Oblivion. Yeah, I like spears. I don't remember a spear skill in Morrowind. That's why I said couldn't be bothered to fix it rather than couldn't be. Well, no, what I'm saying is there's nothing to fix. You can find ways to get to enable both of them to work, and no problem appears. So whatever it is, whatever reason they did for disabling the two working together doesn't seem to be something that affects me, and I can't figure out I have not had any problem with it, you know what I mean? So I feel like at some point someone decided this was a problem. Maybe there's a developer in Bethesda who does like to play on his sofa or something with all three devices cuddling in his arms while he plays on all three devices, and he keeps mucking up, so he deliberately added this just for him or something. I feel like there's a story there, and I'd love to know what it was. There was a Daedric spear in Morrowind. It was a bit OP. Ooh. And there's a cat that loves napping on the keyboard. Could be the developer who was a cat lover, and his cat keeps stepping on the keyboard while he's on the controller. And he added an option for cat owners who, have this issue. I don't know. I still suspect the number of people who have this problem is less than the number of people who would quite like to actually be playing on their PC with a controller and be able to move the mouse and the key or press a button on the keyboard occasionally. There are certainly a bunch of us with analog keyboards who would absolutely love to be able to bloody well use them. So, Sky Oblivion is coming along nicely. You don't have any inside information, do you? Like, how's the dialogue? What is the dialogue? Have they lifted the dialogue straight from Oblivion, or have they adapted it to a more Skyrim-esque style dialogue? Have they got rid of the god-awful persuasion minigame? These are the questions I have. 90% chance it comes out this year. Great, still not my worry. I'd love to let's play it. The dialogue and the persuasion thing are the things that will probably prevent me. I might stream it a little. Your first explanation was the right one. They disabled it in 2003 and just kept doing the same ever since. Yeah, they changed this persuasion to be Skyrimified, by the way. Yes! Okay, that is 90% of the problem with Oblivion right there. That persuasion minigame was god-awful. That's good. That's good. Rebel's Eyes was happy about the progress in today's stream. Excellent. Excellent. I'm looking forward to experiencing Oblivion again with certain aspects of Oblivion removed. The lockpick still has the minigame though. Well, I don't mind the Oblivion lockpicking game. Did they make it unfailable like the remaster? I mean, don't get me wrong, right? I'll probably disable the lockpicking minigame in Oblivion after a couple of tries. Or find some mod to make it easy. But I don't inherently object to the lockpicking in, say, Skyrim, as dull and boring as it is. I don't object to it on the same grounds that I object to the persuasion game in Oblivion. The persuasion game in Oblivion was god-awful. It was utterly horrendous, and it really did promote this kind of playstyle where you just walk up to everyone, and before you select any options, you just go joke, insult, coerce, compliment, joke. You know what I mean? Like, and you do that like 9 times, and then you have a conversation with them, making it next to impossible to let's play. So if they've got rid of that and they've got a Skyrim style persuasion, that's a lot of the problem right there. In Sky Oblivion you will have perks, by the way. Nice. So they basically what they're doing is they're just doing the Oblivion world, the Oblivion story, but they're Skyrimifying it. basically, alongside attributes. Just tell me they tweak the attribute system to not be as... That was one of the things that Oblivion did badly. The Oblivion remaster did fix that. For those of you who never played it or don't remember, the stat system in older Elder Scrolls games were really bad. Really, really bad. The stat system never added anything to the Elder Scrolls. That's one of the biggest complaints I would have about the character build system in previous Elder Scrolls, is the attribute system not only made no sense, it just didn't have the same degree of customizableness, of individualness that you could have in other RPGs. When they removed it for Skyrim, I was like, oh, fine, just yes, thank you, get rid of it. It was awful. It was just something that was in the way. It's not like a Baldur's Gate where you get to, okay, I'm going to play a character who's really strong at the start, but obviously he's low level and not got much skill, and then, you know, slowly but surely the skill gets higher and higher and becomes more important than the initial attribute. In Elder Scrolls games, you started out with cookie-cut attributes. Everyone had the same attribute, depending on race, and then it crawls up depending on how much you grind certain skills. And if you wanted a certain build, you wanted like a really strong, fit warrior, you couldn't start with someone who was just naturally strong, or, you know, son of a blacksmith, grew up in a blacksmith, was strong and fit, but not a good warrior and needed to learn it. You can't do that. You all play the same. And you could be an orc, who, you know, like son of a blacksmith orc, and you would still be physically weaker than a wood elf girl who was like a 20th level warrior. Do you know what I mean? It was like that. It was the worst goddamn stat system on the planet. It wasn't a stat system. It was a secondary skill system that was just grindy as hell. So, yeah. I think the old stat system were awesome, lol, but I'm weird. It must be my tabletop RPG experience. No, Mark, no, you're not remembering the old stat system well then. You're not remembering it well. It's nothing like old tabletop systems. I love tabletop systems, and I love the old complicated ones, your roll masters, your space masters, the ones with like really loads of numbers. Unfortunately, it was not like an old-fashioned RPG stat system. You know, stat systems, traditionally in RPGs, this is how your character is. These are your natural traits. You're kind of strong. Yeah, you can get a little bit stronger, you can gain, but the amount you don't go from being a dumbass to a super genius. Do you know what I mean? Sure, you might be a dumbass, and then you increase your engineering skill and actually become a good engineer in spite of being a dumbass. But, you know, if you started your game as, I'm going to play an engineer in Space Master who's a dumbass, you could do it. Right? In Elder Scrolls, you start as a dumbass. You start as a weak dumbass. Your intelligence is low. I mean, you could argue it's higher, you know, if you're a high elf, your intelligence is slightly higher than the Red Guard. But it's like that. It was... compared to, you know, a Red Guard who's gone on to level 40 or 50 and got all these stat boosts, you're still a dumbass, even though you're a high elf or something. It's god awful. It's so... You were penalised for not maxing your endurance ASAP. Exactly, you were. Weren't you also penalised for not maxing your intelligence as well if you wanted max? I mean, that was the thing. If you had a character who was like a tough warrior, you needed to max endurance every single level. Because it didn't give you retroactively the extra health. It was such a grindy system that should appeal to stats whores, to people who love numbers. But in actual fact, what it did is it drove people like that to distraction with how you'd get that message, that dreaded message, you have leveled up. And then you would panic and not be willing to go to sleep until you'd put on, I don't know, some bloody heavy armour and wielded a shield and then gone out into the marshes and poked a rat and then stood there for half an hour holding your block button or something until you'd find, and every time you got an up, you know, a skill up, you tick a box or tick, you know, your tally chart. Okay, all right, I've had 10 now. Okay, I'm good. I can go to sleep. Oh no, wait, no. I've only got 8 increases in the agility. Oh, what was it about agility again? All right, I got to jump up and down then, right? Yeah, all right. I'm going to jump up and down while watching something on TV. It was like that. It was god-awful. It was just like, it was really grindy, but it also made no goddamn sense. It was like the worst of all worlds. You made a couple of spreadsheets for it. Yeah, well, I did too. I took track of all my numbers. The problem with it is I could never make a character that I wanted. I could never have made, you know, a really intelligent Breton warrior like Richard. I couldn't have made it. He would have just started off cookie-cut Breton. Stat-wise, cookie-cut Breton. You couldn't start with a character who was you know, very, very weak. You know, for some reason, I want to play a weak orc. Is a weak orc who's having to overcome his innate weakness with skill and grit and determination. You just cut. It was all like, no, here's your cookie cut stats, and now what you've got to do is really micromanage all your skills to get which stats you want or feel you need. And it didn't feel like a stat system, like a standard RPG stat system. It felt like a secondary skill system that was just overly complicated. It's just, I don't know, sounds tedious as redacted. It wasn't just tedious, that was the big problem. It just got in the way. I remember trying to play a Conan the Barbarian character, right? I wanted to be almost naked, but for like a loincloth, using a sword. But I wanted to be super strong and super fit. But I couldn't play that character without just, right, you know, I played like that, but then when I leveled up, I had to go off and, because I needed the endurance boost, and because I needed the strength boost to be this character I envisaged, I had to then, before sleep, before bedtime, I had to go out and do all the little grindy things to get those. It was just, and it was so unfulfilling. It was so unfulfilling. So I absolutely hate it. Everyone started weak in all stats and laid up strong as Batman, Superman. But to some degree, yeah. I mean, it really was. Most characters would be cookie-cut stats. And again, it missed what makes stats special. Stats are the natural physical traits of your character. Skills are the things they acquire, they learn. But their basic stats, they can improve them, but they're within certain limits. You know, Dungeons and Dragons is not my favourite character build system, or at least it wasn't back in 2nd edition. Seems a lot more complicated now and a bit more rewarding. But the stats system at least kind of lends itself to that. That was the sort of character that had to have mental stats for the grind and a custom-made character class. Right, but that was the problem. You had to make the custom class to fit the view, but then the problem is very often I wanted a character whose stats were not necessarily best linked to their skills. I like playing outside-the-box type characters. Well, the other thing is there were so many ways to abuse the custom character build system as well. You could make it so that you had a bunch of skills that you never used. as your main character skills, primary skills and secondary skills, and then you would never level up, but you use a bunch of other skills that are not in your character class, and then you could become like a superb, incredibly skilled warrior. And because the game also had level scaling, everyone you met would be low level because you were low level, but you were low level with like 100 skill in whatever it was. All your opponents would be like low level but with low skill. You decimate them. The whole system was like abusable and yet not even rewarding to do. It was horrible. It just there's something about the whole stat system that I feel like they'd seen some tabletop RPGs, seen sheets with numbers, and thought that's all we need to do, but never really understood what made those numbers work. Which is why when they stripped them out and then added perk trees instead for Skyrim, I was actually relieved. God, have I ranted on this for half an hour? Sorry. D&D has items that can set stats to 19. Always fun to watch someone role-playing a character that, with int as a dump stat, suddenly the character has 19 int. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a lover of Dungeons & Dragons system in many ways. But at least the stat system made a kind of RPG sense. When play games, sorry if rude. It's not rude, probably soon. There was a Formula 1 today, don't need to talk about it. It was actually pretty exciting, pretty good. Still weirded out by the rules and the way the racing happens, but in actual fact, today's race actually had some superb racing. Mostly from the Ferrari drivers. It was kind of like nail-biting racing from lights out to end. Well, a few laps before the end, I think the fighting stopped. But yeah. 2 races cancelled, 2. Yeah, we're not getting anything in April. We're not getting anything in April. Ugh. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. If you're the sort of person who likes the Oblivion system, I mean, all right, fair enough, I guess. I'm not judging you for it. I feel like it... I feel like it didn't add anything other than number management for the sake of number management. Some people love number management. I kind of like complicated systems that have lots of numbers. But I really want to feel like the numbers make sense. And that I can... You know, and I can make interesting characters. You know, I can make characters that differentiate themselves. I mean, I'll end it with pointing out one of the key differences between, say, Oblivion and Skyrim. In Skyrim, I made a character, Leonard, who became really good with, you know, bows, swords, light armor, and shields. Yeah? But he was also 100 lockpick, and I think 100 sneak. Not because he was particularly good at them, but because Skyrim's the sort of game where you do those things a little bit on and off, right? And you're bound to end up with 100 in those skills. But he wasn't that good at stealth. He wasn't. You then look at Leonard. Leonard? Yeah, he had 100 stealth and he had 100 lockpick. But he was 1,000 times better than Richard at stealth. Why? Because he'd invested in them. Look at Steve. Steve was a warlock. Now, he used heavy armor as well, but that was mostly a style thing. But of course he ended up with 100 heavy armor, like you do. But he was never as good in that armor as any of my actual warrior characters were in their heavy armor. Why? Well, because those characters invested in it. They added perks. Steve never did. Steve, he was 100 in the skill, but because he didn't focus on it, he felt very different to an armored warrior. I like that. Skyrim had that. Oblivion didn't. You get to 100 in a skill, you're as good as someone who basically, whose whole build relies on it. There's nothing that... I mean, and let's face it, every single character you have ends up with 100 in most of the major skills, right? Even if you don't really even think of them as core to your character. So... we want action. FK is raring to go. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because it's Darkest Dungeon time, and I think I've got everyone set up and ready to go. I think I'm just trying to put off the inevitable. What did I put on everyone? We ended up not... We got a bit of negative...
Welcome.
She's going to be a little stressed out. He could be a little stressed out as well, as could he. He's stress neutral. He's actually stress negative. These two are a little bit... I'm worried that we're going to end up very, very stressed. But he does have... Oh no, I've not taken the stress skill. I can, though. Probably best to do that if needed, although... Here's the thing. I can't guard the Vestal with... at the same time as you... Oh, no. He doesn't actually guard, does he? Nah, right. No, he doesn't guard. For some reason, I thought the Crusader could... Right, no. Okay. Crusader has de-stress. Yes. Crusader has de-stress. That's what we're going for. Yeah. We're going to be guarding with Nibbanin. Get his dodge out there and try to keep her alive. All right. Okay, then. Well, oh. Talisman of Flame. Revelation. Minus 100% stress. Revelation. Minus 100% damage taken. I don't know what the hell that is. Is that a trinket? Is that a trinket? Why do I feel like that's going to be a one-off trinket? Does that mean if we survive this, we get 3 of these? So 3 of the people will have 100% less stress and take a lot less damage? Double check the camping skills. Didn't we do that last time? Possibly not. Let's have a look. Alright, for Tiger Eyes... Self only, he can. Yeah, I'm never gonna use that. I don't think. I guess it won't matter at this point if I buy it anyway. You know, I'll get them so we've got options, right? He's got all of his camping skills. In fact, you know what? At this point, saving money's not really gonna be. I'm never going to take that. At least I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But you know what? We'll... Yeah, check every skill you have. I mean, I'm pretty damn sure everyone's fully... They're all absolutely... We're maxed out, guys. We're maxed. So this is it. I don't know what these are. I feel like they're to be used in the Darkest Dungeon, but you don't get them till the end of the Darkest Dungeon. So I guess it's round 2. If a Darkest Dungeon quest is abandoned, not all heroes are guaranteed to survive. Someone must sacrifice themselves to hold off the fields during retreat. Oh, that's vicious. We're still in bar. Are we still going, guys? All right. So, food. Is it a long? It's a medium. It's a medium. So I'm guessing I just want to not mess with food. I mean, I don't even know what it is. I don't quite know. My gut instinct's telling me take 2 stacks of food and torches. But my guts are also saying, you know what, just... if you're going in, just take everything. And I'm not worried about treasure, right? What about laudanum? Is this... oh. Do I need a full stack of keys? Is that too much? Alright, we'll take a... what about Aegis scales? If I'm ever going to use Aegis scales, I feel like the Darkest Dungeon is the time. Right? And I got 15, which means I could take 4 3 times. And, you know, have a few... okay, so if I bring 1 stack of scales... keys and shovels have no use. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I get it. It's to keep people alive, not to... oh, God, I almost forgot that. I mean, shall I leave the keys and the shovels behind then? Do I not need shovels and keys? You need 1 key. We do need 1 key. Okay. What about shovels? Because should I just bring extra bandages? Extra food? I mean, I'm assuming I've got to get there. Food is always nifty for healing. So that's what I'm thinking. If we just... I mean... alright, I've got all the food. I've got all the food. Remember, I am the bearer of bad advice. Will do. I don't think I've ever used this, but there you go. We've got a stack of it. We ready to go? This is it, guys. This is it. No worries about loot anyway. At this point, loot we don't care about.
Once again, the stars are right, and the manor sits at the very epicenter of cosmic unrest. Cultists rally to their twisted idols, and great gongs sound in anticipation of the coming sacrifices. Far below, life-laden shadows pulse to the unrelenting rhythm of a beating heart.
Okay. Kill 1 shuffling horror. Oh. Right. Yeah, I get a feeling. Keys! Well, wait. Can't camp in the first room. Well, there's only 1 room. Oh, do I gotta get here and then I can camp? And then there's something else might appear? Is that how this works? I can't camp here, and I certainly can't camp in any of these. But we've got 10 chances at getting something going on. Yeah. You will see. Yeah.
The blood of the fallen flows ever downward along these titan spires.
Okay.
The creature fattens itself on your failures.
I want to keep the light.
The match is struck.
Where,
A
nothing's-
blazing star is born.
Oh, they look. They look. Okay, is that like postulating boils? I feel like that's postulating boils. Oh, that's not a lot. I was hoping. Ooh. Okay, you've guarded. Wait, what? He's eating himself. Whoa! Okay, that's.
Obliterated.
Nice! And. This gotta be unholy, right? Yes. Good.
Decimated.
Okay.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Yeah, I just want to keep the light going.
In radiance, may we find victory.
Cultist Priest, 38 health. That's not a lot, so why do I feel like he's going to be a tough opponent? He doesn't have protection, but I feel like I want to mark him. Oh no, I should guard her. Oh, actually, I should... Didn't stun. Ow. Ooh. Also. He's unholy, right? No, he's Eldritch Beast. Eldritch Beast? We normally start with this.
The light, the promise of safety.
Right. And now...
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Right, I'm...
This expedition at least promises success.
If I sound a little like... I'm now more worried because those two fights have... I mean... They didn't feel that bad. Which is terrifying. Okay. Okay. I was assuming this was where I take a dog treat. This is... I assumed, hey, now you take a dog treat. Now I'm assuming I have no idea what's coming. And I should save my dog treat. I feel like this ain't it. I gotta kill a shuffling horror. This ain't a shuffling horror. I feel like I'm barely scratching the surface of this. I'm gonna save my dog treat. I think I'm saving the dog treat. This is... Yeah. Okay.
Annihilated.
Oh no, I keep forgetting to guard her, although at the moment... Yeah. Oh, wait, what? What? Ascended Brawler. Hello? Right, so they're not normal. No, they're not.
A momentary abatement.
You know what? Sod the guard thing. I just want to end one of them.
Maintain the offensive.
Now I'm worried. Okay, bandage. And...
A powerful blow.
Yeah, no, those bleeds are quite nice.
The wounds of war can be healed.
Oh no, he's going to get an attack.
Never hidden.
Ah, nice. Okay, then... Whoa, no. We'll have less of the dodging. You guys can dodge, you can't. That's not how this works.
press this advantage.
Thank you.
Give them no quarter. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Aha. I'm not going to know when to sleep. Should I sleep straight away just to get the buffs going? This is the problem. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I can sleep right here and then get the buffs, but then if I need to de-stress later, I'm screwed. Here's the thing, though. I feel like whatever I'm trying to find, there should only be... I mean, yeah, I mean, it says medium room, which usually means about 12 rooms. And I also feel like the room for the big guy will just be a little more obvious. I can't say for sure why I feel that.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted,
Oh, we're doing torches.
and purpose is made clear.
You know what? Let's. This one's a longer fight. Let's guard her. He's now got really good dodge as well, and good. Ooh, I do not like them. I do not like them. No, I do not. And he is getting a lot of bleed. Okay. Bleeding as well. I'm wondering whether I should... I'm wondering whether I need to absorb a little bit of the bleed. Just, it's worse if one of these two starts bleeding. He's got a lot more health, so I think I'll try and ride it out with him and save a few bandages.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Okay, so... Right, you're guarded, so let's... Oh, no, 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 don't miss. Definitely need some healing on him. Yeah, luckily the protection is helping. Right, here you... Oh. You know what? Oh, I was hoping we'd get a couple of crits. Oh, oh! I need to fix his bleed. I didn't realize it was 12. Oh. Ow. Ow. You know what? Oh, guard dog only lasts one round. Okay. Yeah, no, I need to keep him alive. Guard dog only lasts for one round. That's kind of useless. I'm only going to use that if, for some reason, she's in real mortal danger. 18! Oh yeah, no, I need to use the bandage now. That's a killer. Yeah, nope.
Continue the onslaught.
Ah, I wish I brought more bandages.
Them all.
Okay.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, we need a big heal. We need a big heal. Big heal, big heal, big heal. And we're gonna need a little bit more food as well. No, you know what?
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was tougher than, I don't want to die. Oh, okay. We still got loads of food. Famous last words. I mean, it's not going to be 4 rooms. Is not going to be this it, is it? It's not. I mean, maybe here is a halfway point. Maybe. Certainly, if it's the end, I'll be very, very surprised. Oh, these guys. 3 of. Right. Do I focus on 1? Or do I just... I see that only does a quarter of the damage. So... build up the bleeds, but... that can do up to... no, you know what? I'm gonna... try and set it up for him as well. Oh, almost! God, the bleeds are gonna be the thing that get me. Oh, yeah, no, the bleeds are definitely not fun. I gotta save the bandages for more serious ones and rely on her healing, I think. It's getting pretty bad. Alright, let's just finish that one. He's not bleeding. Right, I think he needs a bandage now. Oh.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
So the problem is I have 3 bandages. Ugh. I think I've got to ride this out a little bit. Just rely on her. Oh, mind you, both of them are down. Oh. Who needs the group heal? Oh, wow. Actually, now I'm worried we're going to kill him too quickly. What's he got? He's got 4 damage. This is probably... I want to get a group heal on from her. That probably is a mistake. Oh no, he dodged. Nice. His bleeds. Not that bad. Not that bad. That's better. Okay. It kind of... I want to get a heal. I definitely want to get a heal. He's going to die automatically. Right, thank you. He's still not great. Okay, and then... Actually, you know what? Well... This guy's going to die as soon as it's his turn. Nice. All right. Okay.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Yeah, I'm going to just keep them a little. I can attack the corpses. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good way to... Alright. Is this a good place to rest? Or should I wait one more pip? My guts are telling me I should go, like, up, across, and down, if that's what's going to happen, and then camp. But I also feel like that might be... We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. Eat the herbs for the debuff. Yeah, if we're not camping. Or am I dreaming of? 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms feels like slightly too little for a medium. Holy water gives resistance. Oh yeah. I mean, possibly. I feel like I want to take a lot of holy water on the last area. How many gongs? How many gongs did the ancestor mention? Oh, is this the first gong? How many gongs did he mention? Does anyone remember? How many gongs did he mention? Because this is the first one. Is the chat frozen? Don't remember. Ugh. Shall I keep going? I feel like I should keep going at least a while longer. Alright, okay. I'll take that. His stress is a little... I didn't hear no gong. No, but there was a bit. There was a gong. There. Okay. Yeah. No. Right. Oof. So. It's the whole thing of do I want to make sure we get rid of one at a time or build up the bleeds? See, if I do this, it spreads the damage out, but I get overall more bleeds. See, this bleed only bleeds 2 points per round for 3 rounds. This one bleeds 3 points for 3 rounds. So overall, this builds up bleeds. Oh, his bleed resistance is too much for that. Oh, no, not good. Not good. Should I give him laudanum? I feel like if anyone needs laudanum right now, it's him. Oh, I forgot to take laudanum on him. Brilliant. Oh, nice, but also... yeah. Oh, he needs the laudanum. Laudanum is for horror. Doesn't it also reduce? No, it doesn't. Okay. Then I need to de-stress him. Did I even bother? Did that even do a little? I don't think it did anything. I don't think it did anything. Oh.
Dazed, reeling.
Oh, that's bad.
About to break.
That's really bad. Genesis, thank you for the 2 Swedish francs. Super chat. So yeah, so that doesn't do much, which is worrying. I don't know what to do about his stress. That can't be good. That cannot be good. He has slow bleed
Slow
resistance,
death.
even with the minuses.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving. How quickly the tide turns.
So now he's... So I can't do anything about this, right? I can't do anything about this.
Low and driven into the mud.
I mean, I can give him some food. Oh, that's 5 rounds. I have to. And we can't back out. We back out, we lose someone anyway. Our camp. Oh, can I camp here? If you reduce it to... Yeah, I don't... I mean, laudanum isn't going to work. Shall I camp here? Because this feels untenable. I'm not sure how far we are. You can keep stress healing him to 0 to remove it. Yeah, but that means he's doing no damage. How many have we gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we could camp now. And then... Mind you, I'm going to be using all my camping skills just to get rid of stress. I'm not going to be using them to get buffs, am I? I'm basically using camping to get rid of stress. And equip... Check the camping skills. Yeah, so I need to do them in advance. Right. We've got... All companions, minus 10 stress. This one's the 3. And we want this. So we're going to have 7 points with these two, right? Minus 10 stress on everyone. Oh, I don't know whether I need that, because these two aren't that bad. She's got... I mean, that gets rid of... If religious, minus 15 stress. So that would be de-stressing her and me, not the two that really need it. He has de-stress instead of guard. Absolutely, definitely, yeah. So then let's have a look. Alright, I like bandit sense more than anything. Should I take all the stress skills? Let's have a look at him. He's got this one. Self only, minus 25. 5. Party, minus 15 strength. So these two together would be 9. Oh, I can't do them both. I could give him minus 15. I can give everyone minus 15. Or I could use it on himself and de-stress himself completely, but it's not really that good, is it? Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Prevents nighttime ambush. Removes mortality buffs. Yeah, we don't have any mortality buffs. That's the big problem. He might reject the stress heal. If afflicted, minus 15 stress. He's not afflicted. He's not afflicted, is he? Is he afflicted? He's not afflicted. So this would just reduce his stress by 25 and prevents the nighttime ambush, which seems like a really good option. That would be 4. Then he could use this, give everyone in the party minus 15 stress and less stress of... Oh, this one! No, oh, he might refuse to receive skills. Okay, well, I mean, this one here is... minus 25 stress on himself, and it might de-stress everyone else. But it might also stress them. Possibly worth it? Crazy guy's afflicted. Yeah, he's afflicted, right? But this is only on self. This is for the Crusader. It prevents the nighttime ambush is the important thing. It means I don't need to use bandit sense. It means I get 25 stress reduction and I get the no ambush. That's what I'm saying. So that one seems to be a really good option for him. Because that'll wipe his... Oh, mind you, actually, if I use full health, full food, I'll kind of lower his stress anyway, won't I? Would it be better to not be surprised, you with? No, it's self-only. This, I know! Well, no, you say it's self-only? It only prevents nighttime ambush for himself? Does that mean if we get ambushed, we lose him and there's 3 people? Thought nighttime ambushes were over. Are they? I don't think I've ever had a nighttime ambush, so I'm not totally sure. I assume there's just a chance you get into a battle, and that's an extra battle you don't need. So this here would give him... This would just eliminate his stress and give us the no ambush. And this one de-stresses a lot of people, also gives minus 15% stress. Okay, that's what I thought. So these two seem a no-brainer then. So that's 9, and then we can do a 3-skill... a 3-skill with... I don't know, to be honest. That one, that does minus 50... Oh, mind you, by this time, hopefully... Oh, that gives protection. That gives protection to all companions who are religious. That... One companion, if religious, minus 20 stress. If not religious, minus 10% stress for 4 battles. And also, yeah, it's not that good, is it? Although, maybe? On the highwayman? Maybe that on the highwayman? Yeah, only Vestal and Crusader are, yeah, this I actually know, so... Oh, actually, this one. Minus 10 stress, this boost... you know what? Shall we camp here, then? Are we going to camp? We're going to camp. We're going to camp. And I've got...
Circle in the dark. The battle
I want to reduce stress as well as heal. Now I've only got 8 left. Right. So we got 12. It's him first. We want to make sure this... Oh. Because it's such a waste. He's only got 16. It just prevents the ambush, and honestly, it's the best one to do so. Because it negates his. And then this one. This one is minus 15 to everyone. Isn't it all... Oh, it's one companion. No. No. How do I unselect that? Like that, right. One companion. Okay. So this one is one companion only. Alright. All companions. Did that reduce him a little? Maybe. This will reduce him by 5 stress, but also reduce the stress he takes by a little as well. I mean, gotta try and do something to reduce it, and then one companion minus 15, or Still not good, but we'll try and keep piling on. But I don't think it matters anyway. He's already got irrational. But we can try and... No? No what? That's what we were doing. That was the plan. De-stress. Alright. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, but alright. You missed the big de-stress from the Crusader. It was in the second position. Oh, this one! Right. Oh, yeah, right. Oh. Did I mix up this one and suddenly realize and think, oh, it's only one? Was it this one? I did this one. This one was to do minus 15 on everyone. Oh, yeah, alright. Yeah. Okay. Still. Keep the light. Keep the light. Alright. There's another gong. What the hell is that? That's a malignant growth. 42. Oh, they've got way too much bleed resistance here. She stresses. But she also dodges. It's mark. Oh, it's only reduced protection, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, that looked horrible. Okay, so I'm gonna be trying to de-stress him. I feel like this is. I feel like I should get that up first before I start. I also feel like I need to kill some people. Oh, guarded. All right.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Okay. Wait, what? What? Oh no. You know what? Is he gonna die? No, 4. He's not gonna die yet. Oh! She's marked. I was hoping to get... Oh no, 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 no. Oh, he's stressed as well? This is not good. Can she keep these guys alive? Like she's marked. Hopefully. Alright, 2. Oh, no. But hopefully the... Oh, she dodged. God damn it.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Bleed resist going down. Oh, he is not in a good place. She's not in the greatest place. I feel like I need to heal both of them.
A momentary abatement.
I need to do some de-stressing, but... What happens if he gets to 200? Are we just... Is it game over? Do I just leave him? Oh, for God's sake, no. 5 health, and she's not bleeding enough. I need to de-stress him. Wait, did I pick the wrong person? Did I pick the wrong person? Oh my God, this is not good. It's a 74% chance of healing stress.
A devastating blow.
Oh no. Okay, well I've got to try and keep him alive then? Can I not do that again? I don't understand. Must admit, don't understand. Okay. Oh, he refused. Oh, well, we are.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh, I need to start using these Aegis scales, don't I? Should I take some food on him at this point? Herbs for the debuff. I guess. I feel like I need to take some food from him, but I might run out and get hungry. In which case, I think it's just we're dead. Remove the debuff. Alright. Okay then. I mean, we're not in a good place, and we haven't even found the big boss. I'm semi-tempted to just take the biscuit now, because frankly, if we don't get the boss here, I think we're in trouble. Have a look. I'm worried that the next one's going to be a 4 square or something, or a 5 square. Like, if I get here and then it's like 1, 2, and like a 4x4, I'm like, yeah. But I think right now I need to be able to take these guys out and de-stress him, so I'm... I feel like I want to kill one of them at least before we start trying to de-stress. Buggered off. Right, alright, fine. No, you know what? I just want to make sure we have one less stress giver. No, no. Yeah, I do need to do the de-stressing, but... Right. Ow. Everyone's stressed. That's the... Oh, he can't stress. He can't de-stress there. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, we gotta right. De-stress him, please. Little bit. Oh, and he's stressing everyone else out. Oh no, I was hoping he wouldn't kill him. I was hoping he'd just move forward and I could de-stress. Ah, well, we're 101. Alright.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I feel like I should go in before I... Oh, debuff's gone anyway. How long do these Aegis scales last? Shuffling horror! This is it! Oh, crap. Okay. No, no. I don't know whether to focus on the... Oh, I feel like I just need to get rid of the priest. But actually, as a general rule, usually you just want to aim at the big thing and end it ASAP. Alright, this is the moment. So, holy water time. And a scale? How long? One. Oh, he gets a block. Right. Yeah. I mean, we could just kill this guy quickly. I say that. I'm like... That's what he's got. He doesn't have much bleed resist. If we get some bleeds going on him... Oh, Riposte gets him in position. Yeah, no, Riposte gets him back in position. That's the no-brainer. He's got protection. Marking might actually be the correct way to go. Oh, should I kill him? Should I kill this ad?
Precision and power.
Or just rely on Riposte. Okay. Right. This is just Eldritch, pure Eldritch. Right. Do I want to go protection? Let's do it. Hopefully he'll, because it marks him, he'll get... No, AoE. Oh, this is very bad. This is really stupidly bad. Really can't really stun that. Can I get back a little bit? One, maybe. No, you know what? Oh, screw you. Right, he can lunge again. Ooh!
Masterfully executed.
Okay. Oh, why am I not buffing up with these guys? Why am I not buffing up with these guys? Why didn't I buff up? Why did I? Right, I've already right. Got 3 of these left. I feel like I'm going to give him another one. He's also bleeding. He's not bleeding that much, but he is down health. Alright, you know what? Good. And then... Right, that gets him forward. Oh god, they're all stressed. Okay. Nope. Heal. Oh, jeez. He's gonna die. Because he won't accept the goddamn heal! Right. And he's in the wrong position to hit with the Hound's Rush. Do I move him back? But then these are gonna be... We're dancing the wrong people. I can send him there. How am I gonna get him forward? No, you know what? Oh my god, did I forget the dog treat again? I did. Oh my god! I know, guys, I know to do it. I'm just failing to... Oh! Oh, we got another irrational. Raw brilliant.
Reeling, gasping, taken over the edge.
You always do. Now, recently I've remembered. Recently I've been... Oh... He doesn't have a thing that can get him backwards, so I have got to get forward now. If I want to get him out of harm's way, I gotta... What? I'm staying put. He wouldn't let me change position. Oh. Well, brilliant. Okay. Biscuit? Do I move him back, or do I just keep going with the... Well, you know what? We'll try and get... Come on. Oh, that's two of them not accepting it now. Of course. Right. Oh, at least he's accepted it. That was the most important one. Use herbs to remove the debuffs. Yeah, good. Also, I should... Which... No, not the worst, but right, let me... What buffs and things... Right, I don't need the Aegis for him, I don't think. Does he have a debuff? Bleed resist? Yeah, let's take that on him. Alright. Oops. Holy water on him, maybe, you think? Oh, how long does the holy water last? Oh, battles. Oh, no. Alright, let's have a look. What do I... He is bleeding, but that's my only bandage, and it's not the worst bleed. The biggest problem is he's not accepting heals. I think I definitely want to give him the heal. The holy water. I feel like I should give the Aegis scale to him and to these, because they won't accept the heal. And this is only 4 damage for 2 rounds, so the last bandage... It's time to panic. Yeah, I know. Alright, I've given him the block. He's got the riposte. I am... Okay. Right. Bleed resist on you, and final one for you. 3. Okay.
Impressive.
Right, that one's gone. And we got his bleed up to 6. Oh, they all took it.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Nice!
The ground quakes.
What? No, what is that? Defensive oh, for God's... Oh, that's good.
Adversity can foster hope.
I mean, it's good, but
resilience.
Is he going to prevent me from hitting him? I mean, honestly, that looks rude. That really does look ridiculously rude. Do I have to kill this first, or... I gotta try. Oh. I mean...
Your size alone does not dissuade the sharpened
Oh,
blade.
it's still here. It's still here. It's still here. Can it bleed? No, it can't bleed, but honestly... Oh, God. You, on the other hand, can. Alright, I'm gonna use the bandage. Oh, it's only 4 for 1. It's 4 for 1. Oh, no, no. Okay. Still got riposte going on here. This thing can't bleed, though, right? It can't, so...
A decisive
Yes!
pummeling.
Renews the riposte. Come on, everyone. Oh, no. Oh, you'll take it? That's the most important one. Right now. Okay, yeah, all right, and... Please tell me it's over. Insane giggling. Ah! I found an ancestor's
Be wary.
bottle!
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzy
Extra health,
fall.
extra food consumed, and extra stress. There's nothing for me to loot here. I leave now. I just leave. Yes, no, I go. I've got. Holy cow. I can't do that twice in one night. That was horrible. Alright. Let's have a look. Right. I've got to get BSW Games' Dipsomania out. Let's see what Tiger Eyes has got. Warren Scan. Oh, nice. FK. Disease. The Yips and Bulimic. Minus 20% healing skills while camping. I don't really use her healing skills. I mean, I'll get rid of it, I guess. Because it just feels wrong. My render rig, I think my render rig's on its last legs. Not that it's too big a surprise, it's 15 years old, or whatever it is. Sometimes, especially when it's doing something, like streaming, I can type into a notepad, and nothing will happen, and then it'll get the last 3 letters about 5 seconds after I finish typing. Not good. Alright, going to remove that. And he's got the safe. Obviously, I'm getting rid of both. Oh, no, bullet. No, that's the disease. The yips. Accuracy. Remove. The disease we definitely get rid of. That's always first. But the yips. Accuracy first, not the end of the world, but I don't like it. But this one, stress if torture buff. Oh God, we're getting rid of that. We're bloody well getting rid of that. Yeah, all right. I've got those noted because those two are going to have to go in for disease. Okay.
You have merely glimpsed the edge of the abyss, but it is enough to trigger the cycle of revelation. Now, like me, you will begin to see things as they truly are.
Hey, FK, you're alive. Let's not go too bad, yeah? Oh, I forgot. I don't think it matters, you know. Someone said you have to do this, but I think you can actually do this even when they're in recovery. Spasm of entrails. All right. Now, BSW Games, where the hell are you? What? Why did I see what did anyone else see like a random not good face? Yeah, we're getting rid of that. Quick reflexes, armor tank, Eldritch Hate. Ooh! Question. Is Eldritch Hater a good one? Because Because it seems like the darkest dungeon seems to be very eldritch. Could Eldritch Hater be? Like, I'm not saying I'm even going to take him in the darkest dungeon, to be honest. I don't know why. Although, arguable? Should I take a flagellant into the darkest dungeon? I feel like no. I feel like, I mean, the flagellant does better when stressed and low health, right? Could you argue that's going to happen a lot in the darkest dungeon? Therefore, yay, flagellant? You know what? I'll take it anyway, right? We'll take it. We'll take it. That way it's there. Okay. So... Wait. Why are they not stressed? Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought I was going to have to de-stress these buggers. They're not stressed. Woo! Okay. I wonder why. Oh, no. No. Have they been replaced by evil people? Where? Oh, no. We are the abominations. We're the abominations. It's us. It's us. We are the abominations. We're not killing the darkest dungeon. We're the abominations killing... Oh, we are the evil ones. It's happening all the time now. Nobody's stressed anymore. Nobody is stressed. That's what this is. Are we the baddies to check the stagecoach? Yeah. Are we the Eldridge? Yeah. Oh. So what you're saying is at this point we should just kill ourselves. And then we win. I need to... Wait, whoa, 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 whoa! I've got 27 out of 31. Why have I only got 27 out of 31? Where are the four... Did they all die? Did they all die? What? How have I only got 4 people? Why is everybody Eldritch? Why? Because we never came out. They never came out. They went in. Check the cemetery. No, they're not dead, but they never came out. Something came with us. What? So wait. Even though I still seem to see them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 4 of them... 4 of them are no longer real. They died. They died and something else came back. Oh, wait. Nope. And now I need to recruit 4 more. Are you kidding me? Do we got time to be doing... Shall I take another plague doctor? What do I need? I'm not taking anyone who's less than level 3 anyway, am I? Check 'em. Flagellant, fear of mankind. This is just, none of this is good. This is a really, really bad one. Check the torch buff. Wait, there's a torch. There's a torch buff. How do I? What's the torch buff? I don't. What do you mean? Check the torch buff. On the heroes, you beat the darkest dungeon. Oh, right. Oh. Dismiss heroes. How do I check the buffs? Where? Read the log. Shadow of sickness and disease cast itself upon your hamlet, and with it, panic. Oh, has everyone got the plague? Everyone's got the plague. Plague doctors gain 1 resolve level. Oh! If I got this plague doctor, would he just get 1 level next go automatically? Check town news. Isn't that town news? That's the town news, right? What classifies idle, though? If you're in the sanitarium... No, it already happened. Oh, it already happened. So getting this... Plague Doctor is pointless. We don't want a level 3. We want level 4s only. Alright, so everyone's like... Oh. Yeah. So what do I do now? It's the gajillion dollar question, isn't it? I mean... Activate 3 iron crowns. Heroes will camp twice during this quest. Okay, so it's a long. The next one's a long. Try reading the... I have read the journal log. It says this. Shadow of the sickness and disease has cast itself upon your hamlet, and with it, panic. Idle plague doctors gain 1 resolve. And with the activity log, just tells what everyone's been healed with. Not that. What's... Is it that? Oh! No? That's glossary. Log not new. Could you give me a clue where it would be? Log is longer. Scroll. This one. Right, but it's like... Oh! Oh, is that why you were saying check the log? Oh! I'm busy panicking because they're not stressed. It's just, it's inspired. It inspires everyone, and everyone has their stress removed. No one's stressed. No one needs to be... Okay, got it. Sorry. Right. I feel like this should be smack bang at the top, because I never read these. It's all like, you know. Yeah. Yeah, that still doesn't explain why I've got 27 out of 31. Or what that icon is. What the hell is that icon? That looks like a extra damage icon. I mean, what is that? What is that icon? Keep reading. Oh, God, really? Oh, this. Tiger Eyes, Mr. Madman, FK and Nibbin returned from the darkness and found the ancestors' resting ground. Okay, wait, give me this. Tiger Eyes took the first steps into the darkest dungeon, returned from the darkness and found the ancestors' resting ground. They're dead? But they're not. FK head bangs desk. But they're not. I don't get it at all. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm missing something. Found the ancestors' resting ground. Level 6. No, that's this thing, right? That's this thing. It's the next mission, right? It's the next mission? I've got to activate 3 camps. Success in the dungeon is implied. All heroes, stress removed. Returned from the darkness and found the ancestors' resting ground. Oh! Does this mean they will never go on missions again? Does this mean they will never go on missions again? So they're not technically... You're missing half a mechanic because you're on easy mode. Oh, so they won't go on the darkest dungeon missions ever again. Right. Right. They'll go on normal ones. Okay, well we can look. So I'm playing on the easier mode. We can play it because the easier mode is why I can take lower level people on some missions, right? Although I can't take them on that. Like I could take level 4s on this when you're not supposed to be able to. If they go, they'll probably be debuffed. Well, anyway, let's not take them. Let's not take them, yeah? Which is a shame. Oh, now, does that mean I'm gonna... Yeah, right. But nobody here strikes me as a must-have, right? I mean, he's the only one that's even remotely close. And he's got a bunch of stuff that I'd need to get rid of. And level 3 is only level 3. Are they good versus Eldritch? I can never remember. No, they're not that good against Eldritch. So, it's not even, you know... Ah... You need to run... You might run out of healers. Right, but that's what I'm thinking then. So what we might end up doing, though, is we'll end up with a bunch of people who can help level people up. Like FK will be able to take people out on missions and level them up, hopefully. If we get some level 4s. But that's it. We can't use her for the next mission. If we're going to stick with the darkest dungeon mechanic, and I think we should. Then on the next one, it's going to have to be Volinari or Ocean Gaming. Wait, Ocean Gaming was the Bonk Vestal. Ooh, I don't think we're going Bonk Vestal in Darkest Dungeon. Do you? So maybe it'd be just good then. But FK hasn't died to the DD yet. You just wanted to get killed. Well, you don't really need to respec him to healer because I've got everything maxed out anyway. All I need to do is go do that, and we're at full healer anyway. I've just made him a bit deadly. You know, it'll be a little better at judgment and dazzling light. In you know, so. But then, right? But then who, what, where, and oh. Yeah. Now, he's good against Beast, but it wasn't Beast. It's Eldridge. It is Eldridge. Which definitely makes me think... I don't know what would be better. Debuff target, artillery, and sacrificial stab. Who else is good with Eldridge? Don't know who I want to take. Don't know who I want to take for the next one. Should we take Cindy? You're assuming you will get the same type of monsters. Oh, is that not the way it works? Are they not? Because there was generally a lot of Eldridge. There was some Unholy there, but there was a lot of Eldridge. Is that not how it bloody well works? Well, that kind of blows a little, doesn't it? All right then. Okay, so, but I mean, still, you never know. I don't know what I'm going to be facing then, so it might be beasts. Check. Yeah. I do know. Minister of Paranoia. We could get our shield breaker in there, but get a lot of wiggle going on. I'm wondering whether she might actually be good for the very last one. Yeah. Are any of those creatures vulnerable to blight? So what we got here? Right. Can he mark? He can mark, right? Yeah, so he can mark and debuff to reduce damage and protection. And also do quite a lot of damage on anyone who's Eldridge. She can do basically blight build up or just damage. And of course, pick to the face. Or like leper. Leper de-stress. Oh, that's the other thing, isn't it? Could it be a nice idea? Could it be a nice idea to have a de-stressor instead? I mean, arguably, having a de-stressor. Okay, that is an unlikely lively. You know the rule, guys. You know the rule. we got a named group. We got a named group. Yeah, no, right, okay. So, de-stress the self. Lot of damage. And buffs. Plus de-stress. Gotta take them. I mean, and also bleed. We do have quite a bit of bleed. We could do finale. though. Would finale be an option? Dirk Stab, Harvest. That makes the middle two bleed. Finale. I mean, Finale's probably the... But it has to be forward. So basically it would be... Leper is not good with dancing groups. No, but as long as he doesn't go that far back, Leper just, you know, uses solo, dives forward in front of him, then does finale and dives all the way back. But honestly, I sort of feel like that's a good bleed. That's kind of a good damage on the middle rows. And Dirk Stab will get the front row. Oh, that also... No, that dances. I don't want... Yeah, I don't want dances unless I'm going full-on dance, really. Which is... Mind you, no, sometimes it might be nice if he gets shuffled back to be able to do a quick dance forward. Upgrade Jesters. I will upgrade everyone's skills. I will absolutely upgrade everyone's skills. So we've got max options when we get there. But yeah, I mean, lepers really are tough. Do a lot of damage at the front. She can do damage at the back. She can do damage all over, actually. And we've got stress relief and buffs. Those buffs can be really useful. But also, we could actually do Dirk Stab, move forward 1, and then also have lunge to get back. So we could have some dancing going backwards and forwards here. We could do that. Cure Blight, Bleed. Oh, I feel like that could be potentially... Like, I'm almost tempted to take that just to get Curing Blight on self. Oh, Bleed Resist on the middle too. And then having Lunge. Oh, that moves forward twice, unfortunately. I don't want to lunge that far. With all the stress, you may want to avoid that. Yeah, no, I mean, generally speaking, the only reason I take Dirk Stab is in case we get shuffled and he's on the back row, he can go forward 1. I mean, there's an argument to be made for him just do that if he ends up on the front row, just go back and then go forward 1 and he's back in place. But I like having something that can do damage. At least to... And usually there's a large thing, so... Get some options. But it's mostly for the de-stress and for the buffs. Those buffs are nice. Especially with the leper, once you get those crits going. Because these crits are devastating. So probably would leave them there. And at least he can move forward if the need be, and... yeah. Yeah, I think so. So then... Leper. Crit speed, minus 10% virtue chance, and minus 33% healing. I find the idea of that a little worrying, we'll admit. I also find the idea of getting extra stress not great. But crits definitely sound nice. Okay. What exactly is this? It... What do they do? They don't really explain themselves. Other than you get less stress and you get 100% less damage taken. That seems ridiculous. That's like you can't die and you will never be stressed. That seems wrong beyond wrong. 25% extra health. Yeah, it's not bad. But what we need is accuracy. And for that, we normally take our focus ring, don't we? We're not doing a second run tonight. I don't think so. I don't think I can do a long mission now. That was a bit stressful. Alright, so we got 10 accuracy and some crit there. That's what we normally go with. Okay, 8 crit melee and 10% damage. I mean, that's actually nice, but I feel like we need accuracy. I feel like we need accuracy. Oh, mind you, maybe we don't need accuracy since we got the Jester and his buffs. Move resist. Ooh. Suddenly, this sounds like it could be a nice trophy, you know. Oh, plus blight skills. Hard to know if you're going to be able to even blight them, though. That's the big problem. I mean, that's a lot of crit and a bunch more damage and accuracy. Little more stress, though. What does the Ancestor's Bottle do? It just does more health, which is nice. I mean, you know, health is always nice. Makes you a bit tougher, but at the same time, I feel like I want to try these out. I just don't get it. I don't quite get it. Dodge, accuracy, and more. Ooh, it's not a bad one, is it? Dodge is always nice. Accuracy is always good. But there's also like this, which is extra damage and extra crit on range skills, and she generally uses range skills. But then there was also this, which was accuracy, range skills, plus speed, extra stress. Yeah, it's always the stress. Or maybe just both of those together. Speed, damage, crit, lot of speed. That's an overall boost to range damage. This gives better stress skills. Always nice. Stun resistant, extra, bit more dodge. Bit more dodge is always nice. Yeah, I quite like that. And then, of course, healing. That's so much stress, though. I really, really feel like that's less stress, more healing, less stun, less damage. Yeah, but it's more. That might make up for the stress. I'm hoping we will have less problems with stress. But, of course, that's a big hope. That is a big hope. Jump skills. Let's have a look. Oh, see, things like this. now they look pretty good. Oh, let the mask down. Yeah, I'll take it. I just don't think I'm going to use them. I just want the options now when we're out there. So it is now. This is what the money's for, isn't it? This is what the money's for. Okay. And there you go. So we got max skills, we got all the camping skills, we've got a bunch of trinkets assigned. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna admit, I still want to try one of those. Should I try one on someone? 100% less stress. And 100% damage taken. I feel like it's a one use only. Like I'm looking at it. I mean, it can't be. It can't be the entire mission you take 100% less damage and you take 100% less stress. That basically says, oh, you're immortal. You're immortal. That's what that says. Which just feels... I mean, I could put it... I could take one on my Jester. Revelation. What does revelation mean? Oh, is revelation a... Is that something I don't know what it means yet? Is that I don't know what that means. Therefore, I shouldn't really even think about it because maybe I'll figure it out on one of the darkest dungeons. Check the glossary. Oh, okay. There is nothing. Go straight to restoration. All right. Yeah, I feel like it's something I should take. I feel like I should probably just stick one on everyone. Well, I've only got 3. Probably everyone except the leper, because they are squishier than him. A lot squishier, actually. I mean, yeah. We got 44 health. 35. He is so squishy. 36. I mean, like, yeah. Should try it on one hero. Yeah, I feel like it's not a terrible idea to try it on at least one hero. I'll miss the dodge and the stun resist, but then I've only got 2 left if we finally realize what we need. Maybe at the second, if I go in Darkest Dungeon again, I'll get some more and I can give them all. I'm sort of worried that I'm going to use it's like a one-off and I'm going to use it having not. Yeah. We can take one, at least then we find out what it does, and he's the squishiest. You're kind of terrified they gave you. I'll protect you from this thing as a reward for the first DD. If you want to survive from here on out. Yeah, that's kind of what it feel like it's hinting, but it only gave 3. If it given 4, my brain would go, yeah, no, you're supposed to use those. And I mean, I could, as I said, put them on the squishiest people. Just stick them on the squishiest people and... might make sense, actually. Yeah. And I'm not going to get another hero. Sorry, I know we can actually fill 4 more people in our roster, but we're not going to use them for anything. If we get a level 4, I'll take them, assuming that's something we need. If it's a level 3 Vestal, I might take it, just because we may well need to raise one up. Have all the faces stopped changing now? The faces have stopped changing. Is that because it's daytime now? Yeah. I'm deeply suspicious. Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be waiting till next week because a long mission I can't take, and that's too much stress. Yes, it is. Leper can take the hit. Yeah, I mean, I could put them on everyone except the Leper. If I think something bad's going to happen, that might be the sensible thing to do, to be honest. That might be the sensible thing to do. I feel like... yeah... why would it give you those at this point, right? It just... well, no one will die tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you disappointed by that? Oh. Well, I'll try and start quicker next time without a rant. I will try and start quicker without a rant. It's just it's going on 11 p.m. and a long mission will take a long time. And you can stop in the middle of missions, but that was actually quite stressful. Make a note you'll forget before next week. No, I won't. It's not really. There's very little to forget at the moment, isn't there? This is like, yeah, FK saying well done because FK's alive. We love the rants. Yeah, but maybe if I didn't do the rant, maybe I would have had the energy to do a medium and a long this week. Maybe. Although I doubt it. Oh, we had an adorable meal tonight. 2 of my kids had birthdays recently, and their uncle came round, and he always gives the strangest presents. He's just known for it. It's kind of his thing, and it's one of those really cool things. You know, we get presents, and they'll get like a bag of sweets and like a broccoli or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's totally bizarre. Broccoli. And the kids love it because it's such a uniquely him thing. And this time, he got them various food items and an instruction that you have to make a meal with them. It's just like, okay. That was their birthday presents. So my youngest, 13, she made a meal today, but she decided she wanted to do all special. She made a menu. And she waited on us. The menu was fixed, you know, but look, like, we could choose our drink. Actually, we could choose dessert as well. There was a little choice. And she really put a lot of effort into it, like making it look really like nouveau cuisine things, very small dishes and things. Like, but it was the coolest. It was the coolest because she had to use the stuff it bought. So the starter was glazed sausage. So she glazed it with lime, and then she'd made a sauce with ketchup and some spices, and she'd smeared this, like she'd put the sauce like it was, you know, that nouveau cuisine stuff in like a fancy smear, and we had like basically hot dog sausages that had been glazed in lime. It was a very strange taste, but it actually was quite nice. But she was having to try and use everything that she'd got, and then it was like it was fried chicken with some spices, and what else was it? Oh, fried onions. And some other vegetables like that. And it was, but she presented it like it was all very artistically placed. It was like a really big thing. So that was kind of nice. It was kind of nice. Wait. The youngest, the baby during amnesia, is now a teen. Amnesia. What year was amnesia? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember when that was. Yeah. Can I do these? Sort by date added, newest, last bit. No. Wow. Let's keep going. God, I've got a lot of playlists, haven't I? I have got a ridiculous number of playlists. Layers of Fear. Soma. Wowzers. Amnesia, that's Machine for Pigs. So that. Amnesia, Dark Descent. First video was 13 years ago. So, yes, well remembered. Well remembered. Yep, it was, in fact, 13 years ago, according to the playlist. So, yep. Oh, your God. Yep. Teenager. I only have teenagers and adults now. Yep. 2 teenagers, 2 adults. Actually, technically, one of the adults is still a teenager. 18 is a teenager. By definition, I guess. Did it look like spare rib with some sauce? It looked very fancy. The sausage was sliced. She glazed it and sliced it. It was all very fancy. It was very, very fancy. You feel so old now. How do you think I feel? How do you think I feel? Amnesia playthrough. I remember that. That playthrough I had to do on Fraps. Fraps. The audio for the game and the microphone on one audio track, so I couldn't do any balancing, and I believe it was with the microphone that came with my Logitech headset. Wow, that's old. Fraps. I know. Fraps was that. That was it. I mean, I didn't use that most of the time, but Amnesia didn't work with the program I generally used, which I can't even remember what the program was called. It was kind of advanced at the time because you could record different tracks for the audio for your voice and the game. I can't remember what it was called, but it didn't work with Amnesia. This was back when I recorded on the same machine I played. Oof. Thank you for the remember, JJL Potter. Sorry for only joining at the end, but I hope you're doing well. We're doing fine here. Luckily. So, yeah. Sorry, right. Sits knitting and quietly cackling in old. Yeah. Yeah. You remember watching Amnesia? I remember that. I did. It was like I posted that. It was a break from my Skyrim Let's Play. Somebody dared me to play it. Actually, a colleague at work dared me to play it. And I played it and I recorded it. And then I just split it up into, I think it was like 20, 25-minute episodes. And then I posted it when I was away. I did it all in one go. That was the first ever series where I recorded ahead of time. And so I had all this footage and said, well, I'm going away for holiday. We're going on vacation for 2 weeks. I will upload these every day. So you got something. It's kind of a nice idea. I probably should do more of that sort of thing. I feel like I play too far ahead in games now because I want to have multiple series on the go at once. I think it might be nice to have one series where I'm only a week or so ahead. And then when it's time to take breaks, that series goes on a break and I have something else I just flood, just for a bit of, yeah. That might be a nice idea. I will give that some thought. I mean, right now I'm only doing Stalker 2 because I don't genuinely know what I'm playing next. There is Kingdom Come Deliverance, the DLC, the Monastery DLC. That is an option. I've not played that yet, so that's an option. But right now, because Stalker is... I've not finished Stalker, so I can't start a new game. Or I could, but then it gets a little harder. I might do that anyway. I might. But I haven't decided what I want to play, and that's the hard thing. I'm sort of semi-waiting to hear news about things. I'm guessing Sky Oblivion's quite far away. But there's some other things that might be announced in the next month or two. So it's just all like, oof. But then, to be honest with you, the DLC for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 probably wouldn't take me that long, I'm guessing. Stalker 2 will get several hundred episodes. I'm not sure about several hundred, but it's already, I mean, Chapter 2's already in the 70s. So, yeah, I can imagine it being like, in total with Chapter 1, like 150 episodes. Horizon Forbidden West. As a let's play, I don't know. Maybe. But it suffers somewhat the I'm a video game syndrome. Loved the game, great game. Same with, things like God of War and stuff like that. Love the story, but there's an awful lot of I'm a video game going on. There's so many great games, this is not even funny, we don't need things to come out anymore. Yeah, it's not about whether or not I have great games to play, it's what I want to play. That's the key thing, I mean, I've got all sorts installed. I've got the Outer Worlds 2, Clair Obscur. I fancy doing something that's not as long. And I feel like Horizon Forbidden West could be a long one. But, like, I've got Star Wars Jedi Survivor installed. Not a Let's Play. Just not a Let's Play. I got Still Wakes the Deep, The Sinking City. Don't know if they're Let's Plays. Norse Oath of Blood. Norse Oath of Blood strikes me as a stream game, not a Let's Play game. Gotta tell you, watching you has made me a better Resident Evil 4 player using so many things I've learned from you. And I've not played any of the Resident Evil games. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Yeah, no, yes. I've got to buy that. As for whether it'll be a Let's Play, that one, again, I'll need to check out. But there's a load of games I think would work well for streams, but not necessarily for Let's Plays. So, surprised Gopher hasn't played Resident Evil, considering he likes horror. The thing is Resident Evil used to be very much platform specific, didn't it? So I've never got into the early ones. So I think by the time it made its way to PC, it was like kind of an old series. PC is the lead platform now. Yeah, and it's probably I mean it's the same with a lot of games. They come to PC late and then you've got to sort of jump into the series. Remember how streaming the beginning of the game and try it out on the screen, then decide if to make it later was fun? Why not more of that? Well, that's probably what I'm thinking of doing, but I got to try them on stream, and at the moment I don't really have that space free. Maybe once I finish Darkest Dungeon, I can just start randomly trying games. I'd like to continue that game with Quarico. That was a fun little game, that was. I've got Dune Awakening installed. Is that any good? Got Avowed installed. I suspect not. But yeah, Claire Obscure, The Outer Worlds. But again, it's... You want an RPG for Let's Plays? Well, not everything I do is an RPG. I've done tons of series that are not RPGs. All the horror games I play are not RPGs. Stalker's not an RPG. Red Dead Redemption 2 wasn't an RPG. Metro wasn't an RPG. I mean, I'd actually say, if you look at it, I probably play more non-RPGs than RPGs, or at least equal. I'd say story-driven is probably the more important thing. And of course, RPGs tend to be story-driven. There's nothing wrong with Avowed, it's just not as good as the pre-release hype. Yeah, is it Let's Play material? That's the thing. So yeah. And I mean, even Stalker's not really story-driven, but it's very atmospheric and you sink into the zone and it's, you know... As a general rule, the Stalker games don't scream, I'm a game, constantly. Although, unfortunately, my biggest complaint about Stalker 2 is it does do that more than the other games. There are still a bunch of scripted moments, boss fights, that are a little bit... I've got to say, Stalker 2, I have died more in Stalker 2 than I think any game I've ever played. Which is the sign of a gamey game, rather than like an immersive story-driven game. But I still enjoy it anyway, but it is a little... I always say, if you die more than 7 or 8 times in a game like that, either you're playing like a maniac, you're playing like an idiot, or the game's a bit gamey game. Maybe a few more times than that, but you know. I don't know how many times I died in the original Stalker game I played. Shadow of Chernobyl. I don't know. But in Stalker 2, you die. So I've died more in Stalker 2 than I've died in pretty much every game I've ever played. I'm pretty damn sure of that. Like, don't matter what the game is, right? At least if it's not a game where, you know, like an action game from the 80s where that sort of thing. To be fair, the swamp encounter is very different from the rest of the playing. It is and it isn't, Mark. There are a few of the moments that are kind of like the swamp encounter as well. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but there's an encounter with there's a certain boss fight that is, well, just, yeah. A tad gamey. One of these ones where you play it and you die 6-7 times in the boss fight before you figure out what you're supposed to do. And realistically, that's what you're supposed to do. It's like, holy crap, I'm suddenly playing Elden Ring. That's how it is. Less QTEs, but it's like everything you've learned, everything the game teaches you, take cover, always have this is, if you play a lot of Stalker games, what you do is you always have a backup plan. So as you're going down the road, you're paying attention to buildings, you're paying attention to landmarks, places that are defensive locations. If you suddenly get attacked, you always run back to one of those. You never run forward into the unknown, right? You never run forward into the unknown. You always have this backup plan. And there's like a mixture of caution. The problem is every now and again, the game just throws something at you where all that stuff you did, observe your enemy, figure out a plan to take them out. Nope, you can't do that anymore. Now you've just got to run, follow a map marker, or in the case of this boss fight, just start shooting things, then you die, shoot something else, you die, shoot something else. Oh, I shot that. That worked. Oh, there's more of those. I'll shoot those. No, I'm still died. What am I missing? What am I missing? But died. Right, run around. I'm missing something, aren't I? Die. All right, maybe I try different weapons. No, that didn't work. Die. And I go, oh, I see something. Run, shoot. I think that's it. No, I died. And you know what I mean? And then that is not how you play the rest of the game. That is not how you play the rest of the game. Yeah. So, unfortunately, it has moments like that. Good night, Echoes. To be honest, I now don't want to play it. No, Sally Forth, here's the thing with Stalker, is 99% of it is great, and it plays like the original Stalker. It is a little more... They do throw a lot at you compared to, say, Shadow of Chernobyl. Shadow of Chernobyl was slow burn with moments of high intensity, but even those high intensity moments were slow burn compared to Stalker 2. Stalker 2 is very like constant, non-stop, Here, have 10 bloodsuckers. Like, what? Run around screaming, throwing grenades, shooting with your shotgun, jumping off rocks. Like it has these moments where every now and again, that slow, methodic, calm approach just gets thrown out a window, and you're just like Leroy Jenkins in it over everything. It just you go positively doom. It's just every now and again, and I feel like in some ways that is typical sequel syndrome. You get it with movies. You have a movie and it's really good, and then there are some really cool key moments in it that make the movie very memorable. But in the sequel, all it is lots of those special, memorable moments thrown at you, and you think, no, it was a bit too much. So, but having said that, I enjoy the zone. I love being back there. I love the atmosphere. Anyway, yeah, good night, guys. I'm going to get out of here. I'm tired. I'm absolutely exhausted, actually. So I will see you next week or Thursday for Grounded with Che. Okay? Thank you very much. Good night.